Hey, welcome back on the trails. Thanks for joining us. We're currently working on our Duck Series episodes here. Just left Menards or Maynards or whatever you want to call it. Get lost in that place every time I go in there. So much cool stuff. So many things you could possibly build. But we have 45 days to get our duck blind, goose blind for early season coming in like 2 weeks. So I mean, we do have to have our blind built 45 days to secure our spot, or we forfeit it. So we have to have it all set up and finished. So no time to waste. We got a nice hot day here in Ohio, so we're gonna try and get this blind started and laid out, get the pieces and get this thing fabricated. So we're gonna bring you along. I've never built one. There are plenty of YouTube videos and instructional videos out there that you can look up on how to build a duck blind to build your own. Pretty basic, pretty simple. We're going to go with the PVC style because we definitely want to build something that's a little bit lighter. It's a little easier to haul out in the boats, get things set up. I know a lot of guys, we did build one 2 years ago. We drew a blind, built that 2 years ago, and built it out of plywood and 4x4s and everything else. And you know, not being professionals by no means. We're just your everyday person out on the trail, just trying to live life's experiences and get out there and have fun. So we dabbed into the migratory bird hunting season 2 years ago, built a blind. Didn't take into factor that the lake does come up, you know, when it rains in the fall and late fall and winter storms come through. That the lake came up, and then we had a big north wind and it just smashed our blind to pieces, so that sucked. But I think we'll be able to get this PVC one built. I think it's going to be a little more withstanding. We're going to kind of set this this time we're on land. We're building on land. We do run a risk of the lake coming up a little bit where it's setting at, so we're trying to prepare for that, keeping that in mind. It's a learning experience. Every time you're out on the trails, it's a learning experience. I don't care what you're doing. So we encourage all of you, get out there and try it. You know, if you have comments or, you know, questions, we'll figure it out together, or we'll ask somebody that knows. We'll get you that information. We have a lot of help and support. A lot of old school guys, men and women out there that have done this kind of stuff for years. We got a lot of friends that know a lot of Indians. If we can't figure it out, we'll find you the answer. So stick with us. We're going to put this PVC pipe blind, something like that. All right, hey, welcome back on the trails. We have several 10-foot sticks of PVC, just doing schedule 40 on this. So we're going to start out with basically 10-foot strips. We're going to get it all laid out here. We're working on our blind today, kind of getting it started, getting the layout set up for us. Assortment of elbows and tees and some other couplings for our materials. We'll kind of go, maybe not a step-by-step, but you know, we're kind of winging it. So besides sitting back here and doing ninja moves and working on my ninja skills for this year out in the woods hunting, we're going to try and put this blind, get this set up. So stick with us. We got a couple projects going on between this blind build and getting our 1964 old boat painted up, getting that camouflaged up. So we're going to try and get things squared away here. And thanks for joining us. Stick with us. It's hot, crazy hot right now. I'll try and go in between the farmer spray and the bean fields here on footage. So should be interesting. Alright, so welcome back. Jackson and I are kind of in the middle of this. Like I said, it's the first time we've ever built a blind, put a blind together, especially out of PVC. I guess it's not the first time we built a blind. We have built some wooden frame blinds, but we want something that's easy in, easy out. So we want something too. We can do some dove hunting out of this too, which starts here in just a couple weeks. But we also want to be able to get it down to the lake for our duck and goose season here coming up. And with that, we have 45 days to get our blind set up and built on that site. And at the end of the season, we have to have our blind tore down and that site completely restored back to its original state that we found it in. So hauling this in and out and hauling a bunch of lumber and stuff out on boats out to the island that we're hunting on, it really makes it difficult. So we want something that's easy in, easy out, packing light, you know. So we're kind of where we're at. We've had to make some mods and do some cuts. You know, keeping in mind we're setting this blind up so a 6-foot guy or gal can hunt out of it, all the way down to Lightning Lincoln that's in episode here with us. He's much taller, so my chest height that I want to be able to set up and shoot over this rail, we also have to consider him and some of the younger kids that we take out with us. We want them to have just as much fun and opportunity. We don't need them trying to stand on their tippy toes shooting shotguns. So it's a safety concern, but we also want them kids to have some fun out there with us. For Jackson and I, we're thinking this is pretty good height with our shooting rail coming across now, but I think we're going to do, while we're in this build, we're going to modify this so that way when the younger kids are out with us, they can have a lower shooting rail in one of these halves, to say. So it's right now it's a 10 by 5, 10 long, 5 wide. We have the uprights coming off the back. We're going to come across with an overhang just for those rainy and colder days out there. Waterfowl move in some of the worst weather. So worse weather is better weather. Did I say better weather?
Yeah.
Yeah, better weather. Better weather. It's always better weather. So we'll go ahead and kind of just get things squared away here. It's hot. About time to go to the swimming hole. So stick with us. Thanks for joining us. You're on the trails. A little bit of an update here on the blind build. It's right here behind me. We've kind of gotten some tarps on it, some of the burlap coverage. Initially, we're just trying to see where we're at. Probably right out of the gate, the first questions that come to mind, we probably should have went with a little heavier PVC pipe. It is a little flimsy. We are going to do some tie downs here with it, as well as try and reinforce a little bit more. I've already went around it. I'll take you inside of it here in just a moment. Kind of done some of the reinforcements around it. It has stiffened it up. We'll kind of do some stake tie downs, similar to what you'd see in a tent. So yeah, I mean, it's coming along. It looks like a blind, but I'm not so sure if it's not going to crash and burn. But on the trails, we'll test it out for sure. So here's what we're looking at right now. So this little burlap cover on the front. Still have some modifications to make here, but I will take you in. Let me show you something. Who makes hunting blinds or tarps? Camouflage on the back, right? And then you go to the inside and they put a white inside tarp, camouflage tarp. You couldn't see this in the picture when I bought the tarp, but I can almost guarantee where this was made, you know? I mean, come on. So, can of spray paint, well, probably take care of that. But this will definitely put us under cover. You know, if it is raining, things like that, might just have to get a new tarp. I don't know if I want to spray paint it. It's really irritating. All this, the whole of the piping is going to get painted, of course. We're still in that prefab design. Sitting in here, pretty much this is eye level, looking out of the blind. Sitting down on the chair, we're going to open up this area right here, kind of cut this out, so this will be a lookout opening. It's about 8 inches wide. I feel like the birds would have to be pretty much coming right at us on the water level to be able to catch movement in here, and we can even, you know, do some cover. We're going to obviously add more cover to this once we get it in and brush it in. Cool thing about this, each one of these is an individual gate. Once we get all this material cut and wrapped and painted and then wrapped, we're going to have basically this shooting gate here. So as we come up, lower this down here, basically it's double gates. You can see there's one over here on that half and then this one over here, but that will drop down when we go to shoot. So kind of a shooting gate. Now back up, give you a big look, big opening here. So I don't know, it's coming along. I just support brace in here in the middle, supports down the back, corners. We're gonna have ground stakes going in, probably some rebar, staking in each one of the corners, front, each one of the corners. Probably about 6 of them ground stakes, and then tie down straps now to keep it. I mean, she's a little shaky, If not, if it doesn't hold up, we'll put it out on the back of the property and have it for a nice little dove blind for the dove season here coming into. But yeah, this is irritating. I don't know. I need to send a message or a letter. Who makes camouflage and puts white on the other side of the tarp? Unbelievable. So we'll kind of go from there and back out, take a look at it, and kind of see these gates right here opened up. They do come down, just stop. They stop up there on those little bars and brackets. So I don't know, it's pretty cool. That's where we're at. We'll keep you updated as we get moving along on this. So, hey, what's up, my hillbilly friends, redneck buddies, all my northern and southern foe? We're back for a little bit of an update here. Framed in the blind. Yesterday, I threw on some of the tarps, camouflage, some of the burlap and things on it, just to start getting an idea here. So I think I might have actually, maybe you got some of that footage, I don't know. Check it out, it's been a long, hot week. So what we have, 3 configurations on this thing. Kind of bring you in just real quick again, just check it out. I did get on some tie downs up here. So I'm thinking we're gonna do some tie down eyelets on it. Help support it, running some 550 cord down to some stakes. We're going to stake the bottom with some earth anchors, and I think we're going to be all right. I did reinforce the back wall here. This is in 5 sections, so this eyepiece right here, and then this one over here coming up, this eyepiece, and then we have the 2 side panels. Oh, there it is. There's the 64. We're turned it into the green boogie. Wait a minute. We're going to St. Mary's Lake duck and goose hunting. That's going to get us out there to the island. Got a little 9-horse Johnson, 9.5 horse. It's as old as I am. Runs like a champ. But I think I'm going to nickname it the Green Giggy. Green Giggy. Put in the comments if you think we should go with Green Giggy, or y'all give me some comments, some feedback here on what we should name the 64. That thing has been in the family forever, and I'm not leaving it sitting in the back of the barn another 5 years. So it's been sitting for 5 years. It's hungry. It wants to get out. It wants to get some action. Seen a lot of action. I caught my first limited walleye out of that boat. I fell in what we call getting baptized in the Maumee River. Caught my first limited walleye out of that boat. Fresh out of boot camp. So let me get back to where I was at. Sorry about that. I get a little sidetracked sometimes. These cicadas are nuts, man. They're loud. They're out. Last night they weren't even out. Tonight they're coming out. They probably all know they're going to get cooked tomorrow. Something to do with that global fiasco stuff. Yeah, right. All right. Just another hot day in August here in Northwest Ohio. Middle of August, dog days. Dogs are panting, dogs are sagging. So, well, we got 3 configurations here. A little flap door here. This is for the little shorter guys. Actually, I can kind of see out. Actually, this is in the high position. You can kind of see out just a little bit there, right? My mess and my little kiddie pool. Kiddie pool's for Grizz. When it gets hot like this, he likes to sit in there and lick it up. This top position, we have a middle position for it. Then flap out. This is the middle position right here on this piece. T-brackets. Got some T's down here, so these things swing real nice and close and drop out. So I am going to put a couple stops down there and get this all glued together. Get the other guys to come over, and we're going to make some final touches on the blind. And so with the blind getting close, I decided to throw some paint on the 64. You guys are going to name it, or I'll probably just end up naming it. There's the green Giggy is on the table, right? The green Giggy, or maybe somebody else has something cool out there. Go ahead and throw it our way. We'll be happy to share it. Put down the comments, hit the little like button, subscribe if you want. I don't care. Not after the money. It's not about the money. It's about the memories. So remember that when you're out on the trail. So I'm using some Rust-Oleum. Put the first color on. I like this color. Takes me back to them old Army days. So I'll start with the base of that, and then I did make up some of my own decals. I know it's not they're not big sheets by no means. Oop, let me get around here in the sun a little bit so you can see. Got some decals. I just put them on the like a 3-ring binder divider. Traced out the pattern on the laptop, and then basically took a utility knife, or you could use probably a glass cutting knife or something, a little scriber, and cut your pattern out. So I have some bigger ones here. This one turned out pretty cool. I probably wouldn't use this on a big boat or trying to do anything bigger than this 14 foot. It's pretty narrow. It sits low in the water too on this older boat, but whatever, got time. A little bit bigger pattern there. So I cut those out, got that all put together, and I'm gonna put another coat on, another color here that I have. I think I'm gonna go with a little bit darker color. I'm gonna keep trying to build the colors up, and then finish up with some lighter stuff on the design. So probably take me a little while, but stick with us. We're on the trails, painting the boat, finishing up the blind, just keeping y'all updated here. What's going on? Hope you're all doing well. We'll see you here shortly on the trails. Alright, so we got a little bit thrown on. Let's finish running that down. Little stencils. Once we get it layered, should look pretty cool. But then again, it's camouflage. It doesn't matter what it looks like. as long as it gets the job done. I remember years ago, all the granddaddies out there, remember the old black and red flannel jackets? Yeah. Camouflage, come on, boys. It just looks cool, right? Helps a little bit, but we're gonna call tonight because I'm tired of getting bit up by flies right now. They're just eating my legs, so it's too hot to do anything else. So we will wrap this one up, keep you all updated. Thanks for joining us on the trails. All right, hey, welcome back on the trails. Hope everybody's doing well. Want to get a little bit of an update here this week on our blind build and the boat. Kind of getting ready for that 2023 migration bird duck season, goose season coming in. First time we ever put a blind together, so it's turned out really cool. Actually had Uncle Chad over yesterday. He came over and we did a little bit modifications to it, just a little bit. Kind of got his approval on it to say, which was kind of cool. We did throw up some tarps on it, or actually we threw some canvas on it. That was our big concern, was will this thing hold up? That's still a concern, don't get me wrong. I think that we're gonna find out once we get it all set up, which we're planning on going into this Labor Day weekend. So we'll probably miss the very first opening day, but then again, it's like the last boating day of the season, Labor Day on the lakes, things like that. There's gonna be a ton of boats and stuff out there. So not really a good time to go out and start shooting shotguns on the lake at birds flying around with a bunch of boats out there. So I don't recommend that. So we're just gonna take the weekend, extra long weekend, and go down and get this set up in place. So kind of explain here what we've done with the blind, give you a little bit of a look here. So here's the blind. Finally got it painted a little bit. Still going to add some more color to it, just kind of blend it in. You know, got some blacks and browns and greens in it already here. These are our two shooting gates. So these come up, pretty cool. They will lock in. There's between that bar and this bar, that'll be our opening, standing up looking through. So we have our two shooting gates. Might still see some white and things. PVC frame. We are going, like we said before, doing tie down anchors on the ground. Got the eye hooks in here. We'll be doing some tie downs, 50-50 cord, and we'll be tying off top and tying that out to tree limbs, things like that. So again, just kind of sitting inside. This gate goes down, and that's our shooting gates opening up. So structurally, that's our big concern. We're gonna strap it all down, and hopefully this paint back here. So yeah, still got some paint to do yet on it. Gonna finish up that, and then like I said, we're gonna go into wrapping it. Next time you see this, we'll be in our blind spot at the lake, and we'll be brushing this all in. So we'll be wrapping it, canvas top through the back, keep it nice and warm if we want to put a heater in it late in the season. We'll have that to be able to hold some of the heat in. This piece down here, this is going to be our lookout. We'll have this brushed in, closed off, so everything will be kind of closed off and wrapped up, and next time you see it, we'll be at the lake brushing it in. What's up, Grizzly Dog? You're on the trails, buddy. What do you say? You want to go get some birds? Huh? You want to go get some birds? Yeah, yeah, yeah. He won't go get no birds. He's the fattest, laziest dog I've ever seen. Good dog, listens well. Oh, he went and fetched him up a stick. He'll try. I mean, he's gonna try. We'll see. We'll see what he does. Him and Baker. Baker's a lunatic. I don't know what he's gonna do. If we're worried about the stand coming down between him and Baker being in it, gonna come down. Here it is. The old 14-footer V-bottom, old aluminum, 1964, painted up. I don't know. I do need to get the inside, so I'm running a little bit behind. I have some paint. So these stencils that I kind of showed you, Turned out pretty cool. I think I used 3 different shades with that going along. This is kind of what it turned out like. I'm not finishing the whole bottom down here on this bottom line, because that is always under the water. Literally, water sits right here. This thing sits low in the water, scoots in the water. There's a little bit of the sun on it. All flat paint colors. That base green. And then I went with brown on one of the other stencils that I made, and then went over that, and I just kept building out a little bit lighter. So I went dark to light, and then threw the black over top of it. And I think it turned out pretty cool. I mean, you can't go wrong with camo, you know. You can just take a spray paint can and just start throwing your colors on it, but I thought it was kind of cool to throw the little stencil pattern together on it. It's a little bit cheaper way. I could have wrapped it, could have done something cool, but whatever. We'll see how it holds up. I mean, you throw spray paint on it, all you have to do is basically, you get a spot, get a scratch on it, just hit it again. I mean, this boat's old. It's older than I am. It's got a lot of miles on it, a lot of water. Seen its action, but we're gonna put it back into action this year, at least getting to and from the blind. If we'll use this one or use probably this one and another one, or other one, my brother's boat, to haul the blind and material out. And here's our canvas and some canvas wrap that will be going on the blind. So that's a solid piece of canvas, and we already put it on there, and the blind held up real well. So pretty excited about that. Still full of junk. Like I said, I got to start on the inside, but the outside is finished. So pretty excited about that. Grizzly, what, you got anything to say? Grizzly, you got anything to say for yourself? Huh? 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 Come back here. Come here. Where are you going? Come here. Give me that stick. Give me it. Ah, there. Sit. Good. Stay. You gonna stay? Better stay. 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 Go get it. Back here! Hey, the baby grizzly! Ah! Right here. Come here. Good, 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 good boy, grizzly. Good boy, grizzly. Get him on some ducks. That's what he wants. Say, give me some ducks. Give me some birds. We'll see you next time on the trails.